Hi YouTube, today I'm going to talk about my Child of Alara 5-colour combo control EDH deck. This deck is primarily designed for multiplayer. So, this deck aims to get the commander into the graveyard whenever there's opposing threats on the board. As you can see, it destroys all non-land permanents, they can't be regenerated. This means the deck runs quite a bit of Reanimator and aims to combo out and finish the game quite early usually. Although it depends of course on drawing well, having a good starting hand, which isn't too difficult to achieve. Or grinding your opponents down with board wipe, counterspell. Yeah. So, here we go. Commander, Child of Alara. There we go. Yeah. Right, we'll start with the creatures. So, first is ramp creatures. We've got Secure Tri-Builder, searches for any basic land. As you can imagine, colour fixing might be quite important in a 5-colour deck. Next to it, we have Solemn Simulacrum. Again, searches for a basic land, and then you draw a card when it dies. Oracle of Moldar, perhaps one of the more important ones, manages to filter through your deck because you can play the top card of your library. Synergizes well with the bounce lands. As in the title, this is a semi-budget EDH deck, so instead of running fetches and shocks or jewels, it runs the storage lands and bounce lands as well as a load of utility lands. So this allows you to play the bounce lands in one turn with no loss, really. Next we have a few card drawing creatures, Etch Monstrosity, or value 10/10 for 10 really, but you also draw 3 cards. Etched Oracle, the Sunburst creature from, well, it's originally from Mirrodin I think. Drawing 3 cards again. Runescarred Demon, there we start with tutors, so this deck runs a few combo pieces to help you win the game. So we need to tutor them up. Runescarred Demon, great 6/6 for 7 flying with 3 demonic tutor, pretty much a must-have for this deck. Fierce Empath allows you to tutor for that Runescarred Demon, or allows you to tutor for any of the following creatures, which we will see in a minute, that are 6 or more. Next we have Eternal Witness. This can be part of the Conflux Cruel Ultimatum kill with Dream Halls, which we'll get to later as well, so you can tutor for either Eternal Witness or Izzet Chronarch to get back Conflux and tutor for even more ways to kill your opponent. Here we go. This is one of the other win cons, is Mikaeus the Unhallowed and Triskelion. In case you didn't know, this deals infinite damage to everyone around you due to the Undying mechanic and the fact that Triskelion can remove the 1/1 counter from himself so that he actually comes back from Undying. So this allows you to kill everyone at the table. Much hated combo, and there are 2 ways to get it out in this deck. Other creatures you can fetch with Fierce Empath. Terrastodon destroys 3 permanents, gives them a 3/3 elephant for each one. Aethered of Despair comes in, Vindicate, another great flyer. I did experiment with the Archon from Theros that exiles upon entering and dying, but this one just fit curve more nicely. The other one costs 8 instead of 7, and it's, this one just fit better. Draining Whelk, counterspell on legs, can occasionally be very big if you counter something massive, like an Enter the Infinite, which is done a few times. Shieldred, one of the Reanimator effects, great for getting rid of pesky, indestructible, or hexproof creatures on your opponent's side of the board as well. Forces them to sacrifice, so good creature. One of the most hated creatures in the format, Magister Sphinx. This can be fetched as part of the Conflux kill with Cruel Ultimatum Eternal Witness. So you can kill any one player on the spot if you have Conflux. Profane Command, another one of the Reanimator effects. These 2 sorcery speed, this and Unburial Rites, the 2 sorcery speed Reanimator effects. Unburial Rites can be used twice or more. Here are some ramp spells, Cultivate and Codarmus Reach. I'm sure you're all very familiar with these 2 EDH staples in green really, used in this deck to fetch any colour land, basic. Explosive Vegetation, another great basic fetcher. Explore, that should play those bounce lands without making too much of a loss. Far Wanderings, I've occasionally achieved Threshold with this, doesn't happen too often, might switch it out for something else if I can find an adequate replacement. Gamble, just because I don't have a demonic tutor really, yet. I still can't find one. No one around me has one, but Gamble fills that slot at the moment. It's usually not too bad, since you usually play the game quite slowly, have a full hand, usually with lots of lands in it, so you end up discarding a land, which is quite nice. Wargate, one of my favourite tutors in the deck. This can tutor up a Dream Halls and allow you to combo out if you have 8 mana. You can also tutor for any of the big creatures, or even on Omniscience if you have that ridiculous amount of mana. Increasing Ambition, another one of my favourite tutors in the game. Allows you to fetch 3 cards and all. A lot of mana, but this deck doesn't really worry about that. Sorry about the camera knock. Conflux, part of the WinCon. Play this to Dream Halls, fetch Magister Sphinx, Call Automaton, Eternal Witness, a board wipe, counterspell, whatever you want to protect your combo, and have fun killing off anyone at the table. Diabolic Tutor. Again, I don't have a Demonic Tutor, I'll probably replace this or gamble for it. Enter the Infinite. Another one of the combo pieces. Play this with Dream Halls or Omniscience. Draw your whole deck. Play your combos and kill them. Call Automaton. Obviously, as I spoke of earlier, it's one of the win cons. Tooth and Nail to fetch your tricky Mickey. Praetor's Council. This is another thing that can be fetched with Conflux to get back the Conflux and tutor for 5 more cards. And it gives you no maximum hand size, so that Into the Infinite really works out well. Divine Reckoning. Board wipe. Austere Command. Board wipe. As you can tell, there's probably going to be a few board wipes in this deck. That's one of the themes. So this one's one of my favourite board wipes. Destroy all artifacts, or destroy all enchantments, or destroy all small creatures, or destroy big creatures. So many options. This has so much versatility. Final Judgment. Your opponent's board's indestructible? Who cares? Decree of Pain. Card draw and board wipe on a stick. What's not to love? Lava Launch. This used to be a part of a Glacial Chasm combo with infinite mana through Deadeye and Palinchron to kill your opponent, but I found it wasn't reliable enough, as a lot of people at my LGS run land destruction. So this just serves as a token sweeper now, really. Yeah. Plague Wind. Could replace this with the new Garruk's Wake spell, but I just like this. I just like this card more. The second Wind of Ascension is Reaver, slaying the unworthy. I mean, how can you not love that flavour text over stupid new Garruk?